Well, hello and welcome back to our channel. My name's Maria,
And I'm Leilani.
and this is
While Drinking Wine. Cheers. Whoa,
This smells like iced tea.
this has a smell when you first drink it.
It smells like iced tea.
Maybe.
That's what it smells like to me.
It's good though.
It's good, but it smells like iced tea. It's really weird
well,
that it smells like that.
Let everyone know what we're drinking so they're not in the dark.
So what it is it's called Insomnia. It's a Pinot Grigio from California, and it's a 2019. So there you go. So this was one of Leilani's finds, and this is from Buellton, California. So where did you get this?
Actually, I didn't find this. I got this as a birthday gift from one of my really good friends. He brought this over to me with a couple other wines that we'll be drinking along the way. But this is one that I've never seen before. And I actually told him, I was like, I'm going to show this on my channel. We're going to drink it and see how we like it.
Yeah.
It does have a very distinct smell. And that's what I noticed when I first put it up to my mouth was the smell.
It smells like iced tea.
But it doesn't taste like iced tea.
A little bit it does. It tastes a little bit like iced tea, which is a little bit different. Yeah, no, well, if you like iced tea, this might be the thing for you to drink. It's really good.
I like it. It's really good.
I like it because I love iced tea. So this is a good one, right? Yeah.
All right, people. So insomnia tastes like iced tea.
There you go.
So
There you
go
go.
get it and try it.
Yeah. So tell everybody what we're doing today.
Today we are doing story time with Granny Buns. We just love when she reads stories to us. It just brings me back to my childhood. I always talk about that every single time, but just listening to her read just puts me in a very relaxed stage, and I hope that you guys enjoy listening to her read as much as I do.
And a lot of people do. They really enjoy, listening to her read. So what is she reading today?
The More the Merrier. So I don't know. I've never heard this story before, so you ready to get into it?
Let's get into it.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, today, boys and girls, I'm going to read a little book here, a little storybook, land book, it's called, and The More the Merrier, it is called. And it's written by Florence Michelson. Just a moment, I think my throat's a little harsh today, so. Okay, now I'm ready to go. Susan was a little girl who had no brothers or sisters. One day, during her vacation, her grandmother and grandfather, Susie said, "Grandma, I wish I had someone to play with." "Wouldn't it be nice if you had a little brother?" said grandmother. "I wish I had," said Susan, "but I haven't. I'm the only one." Susan walked into grandmother's garden. She saw a mother robin hunting for a worm. "Mrs. Robin," said Susan, "will you play with me?" "Play with you," said Mrs. Robin. "I'm busy. I have 2 baby robins. Why don't you play with the robins in your family?" "I'm not a robin," said Susan. "I'm a girl, and I'm the only child in my family." Oh, that's something. "My goodness," said Mrs. Robin. "It's not any fun to be only one. The more the merrier is what I say." Just then a worm poked up from the ground, and Mrs. Robin quickly snapped it up. Calico the cat and her 3 kittens came along into the garden. Calico saw the robin and pounced, but Mrs. Robin and her babies flew safely away. Susan watched them fly with the wiggly worm to the nest near the garage. Calico's tail swished back and forth as she stared at the robins. "Meow, meow, meow," said Calico kittens. They batted with the tiny paws at their mother's fast-moving tail. "Mrs. Calico, will you play with me?" asked Susan. "Play with you," said Calico. She began licking the nearest kitten's face. "I've got to take care of my babies." "Go play with the kittens in your own family." "I'm not a kitten," Susie said, "and I'm the only child in my family." "My goodness," said Calico. "It's not any fun to be only one. The more the merrier, you know." Okay, take a little sip. Okay, let's see what happens now, huh? Then Susan heard, "Bow, wow, wow." Into the garden came Mitzi, the dog, and her 4 puppies. The kitten made splitting sounds and arched their back. "Excuse me," said Calico, "I must take my kittens back to the barn now and show them how to hunt for mice." Away Calico and her kittens went. Mitzi picked up a rag in her teeth and shook it. Each puppy grabbed an edge of the rag, then tugged and tugged, but they couldn't pull the rag from their mother's mouth. "Mrs. Mitzi," said Susan, "will you play with me?" "Play with you," said Mitzi, opening her mouth. The rag dropped and all the 4 puppies tumbled on the ground on their backs. "Can't you see I'm busy?" said Mitzi. "Why don't you play with the puppies in your own family?" "I'm not a puppy," said Susan, "and I'm the only one." "My goodness," said Mitzi. "It's not any fun to be the only one. The more the merrier, little girl." Take a little sip. Getting dry. "Excuse me," said Mitzi. "I've got to take my puppies to the front gate and teach them to bark at strangers." Away Mitzi went with her puppies. "Miss Hen," said Susie, "will you play with me?" "Play with you," said Miss Hen. "I'm very busy. Go play with the other chicks in your family." "I'm not a chick," said Susie. "I'm the only one." "My goodness," said Miss Hen. "It's not any fun to be the only one. The more the merrier, I always say." Just then Susie heard the horn on Grandfather's car go googa, googa. "Excuse me," said Mrs. Hen. "I don't like that noisy automobile." And away went Mrs. Hen and her 5 chicks. "Come, Susie," said Grandmother. "I'm going to take you home." "Oh, Grandmother," said Susie, I'm the only one. I wish I had a brother or a sister." Grandmother smiled. "Wait, Susie. There's a nice surprise at home for you." Susan was very sad, but she didn't love surprises. What could the surprise be? It might be a toy, it might be a puppy, or a kitten to play with. The more Susan thought about it, the more excited she became. She could hardly wait to get home. Just a wait. At last the car stopped at Susie's house and she ran inside fast. No one was in the kitchen. No surprise there. No one was in the living room. No surprise there. Then Susan heard her mother call from the bedroom, and then Susan found her surprise. "The prettiest baby in the whole world. How do you like your baby brother?" asked Grandmother, coming into the room. "Isn't he a nice surprise?" Susan touched the baby's soft cheek. "I'm not the only one anymore," she said. "I'm glad." "Good," Grandmother said. Susan kissed her baby brother's hand and said happily, "The more the merrier, you know, grandmother." The end. Well, I hope you liked that.
Well, that was fun.
It was, because I so enjoy when she drinks and reads.
She was feeling a little dry.
Yeah.
I like when she says that. I feel a little dry.
I feel dry, so let me have a drink.
And did you guys notice she was drinking the Barefoot Pinot
Yes.
Grigio because it's on the Move Up show? I think that's
right.
one of her favorites.
Exactly, it is. So yeah, it was really, really, really good to, hear her read that and everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we are drinking once again the Insomnia. It's a Pinot Grigio 2019. And did you let them know? So this is bottled by Insomnia Wines and it's in Buellton, California.
I did say it was Buellton.
Okay.
Maybe that's why it tastes like iced tea.
So anyways, yeah, I got this from a really good friend of mine. Thank you very much for my birthday present. And I've been saving it for one of these videos and I wanted to share it with everybody. So it's actually a really enjoyable Pinot Grigio.
It is. So yeah, and again, that story was awesome too. The more the merrier, I love the part about the calico cat because I love cats,
I know.
right? So I really love calico cats, and so it was really, really fun to hear about that.
Yeah.
But if you like these type of videos, please consider subscribing to our channel and hit that little bell button to be notified every single time that we upload. And give us a thumbs up, because when you do that, it does tell us that you appreciate the content that we are providing to you. And check us out where?
On Instagram at while_drinking_wine.
That's right. And with that,
Until next time.
until next time,
Cheers.
cheers.